Hello, everyone, and welcome. I just wanted to create a quick little video to go over the content we will be reviewing this week. In this week's module, we will be going over the first three chapters in our small little handbook. So first three chapters of part one. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I will be uploading this video to Canvas, but I will also, for accessibility purposes, be posting the content in pages within the module as well. I know some of us are visual learners. Sometimes we have to read it. Sometimes the video helps. So just to accommodate all learning styles, I'd like to create a small video some weeks while uploading the content through pages. So give me just a moment while I share my screen, and then I can begin going over the little PowerPoint I created. So as I said, we will be going over the first three chapters of part one. The first three chapters are becoming a public speaker from A to Z, overview of a speech, and then managing speech anxiety. So becoming a public speaker goes over the importance of public speaking. So why is public speaking so important? And it's important for multiple reasons. It is a vital life skill in career development. So for example, a report that came out by Glassdoor last year reported that communication was the top skill employers look for. Now, communication can include verbal and written. So you need to not only be a strong writer, but also you need to be able to give presentations, learn how to speak to your coworkers, to management, speak to all different types of employees and colleagues. And also public speaking will enhance your career as a student because you're most likely you're going to use public speaking in other classes, not just in communication. You're probably going to use it in your business class. You're probably going to use it in your sociology class. You're going to use it in all types of different classes. So you might as well get used to it and also learn the skills now. So that way you can become a stronger student. And when it's time for you to give a public speech in your, let's say, sociology class, you're going to be primed and ready to go. And also public speaking can help you learn how to express your concerns. If there is an argument, a disagreement, or if you want to express something you're not comfortable with, public speaking can give you that ability. This chapter also goes over the classical roots of public speaking. So long ago, orators or rhetoricians, as we call them, in ancient Greece and Rome began developing speeches. It was kind of like an everyday life. There was a town square and there was a hall, you gave speeches there. And these rhetoricians established the 5 parts of preparing a speech, and it's called the canons of rhetoric. Those 5 parts are invention, arrangement, style, memory, and delivery. And chapter 1 goes into detail what each of these components mean. This chapter also discusses how public speaking is an interactive communication process. So communication is a transactional process, which means the goal of our communication is shared meaning, which is a mutual understanding of a message between the speaker and the audience. So you are the speaker, you are the source, and you are delivering a message through a channel. Channel can be anything. It can be text, email, recording a speech and uploading it to YouTube, giving it live in person. Usually the channel is how you are communicating, how you are sharing that message. And then the receiver is your audience. And it's up to them how they receive your message and they decode your message. And also, that's a simple process, but there could be so many things. Noise can interfere with your communication process, and noise isn't necessarily physical noise. It can be, something that is bothering your audience. Maybe this topic they don't feel passionate about. Maybe they have some biases towards that topic. Noise can impact the way your audience receives your message. So this chapter really goes into that and how to better understand public speaking as an interactive process. Chapter 2, which is called From A to Z, is an overview of a speech. This little chart shows pretty much what the chapter 2 breaks down. And this chapter is a great chapter because it really does break down all of these steps. Every step from analyze the audience to determine the speech purpose, all the way up to practicing. And they give you little prep paragraphs for each step. So I highly recommend reviewing chapter 2 to really dive into what makes a speech. And then chapter 3 is just about managing your speech anxiety. I know public speaking is such a huge fear, not only for you, but for all Americans and globally. Public speaking is a huge fear for the world. So this chapter pretty much helps you understand how you can manage that. It helps you identify what makes you anxious about it. What about public speaking makes you anxious? Is it being the center of attention? Is it a previous bad experience? And then it helps you pinpoint the onset of anxiety. When does that anxiety start? Is it pre-preparation? Is it while you're preparing your speech, or is it in the middle of the speech? This chapter will help you pinpoint the onset, the exact moment when your anxiety begins, and it gives you strategies on how to cope within that moment. And then lastly, it gives you strategies on how to build your confidence. So that can include preparing for your speech, visualizing how your speech is going to go, and also meditating on it. Personally, I think speech preparation it works best for me. And I always recommend that to my students. It's not even me just saying that. Preparing for your speech, giving it, a good 5 runs, giving it a good couple runs can really help you work out the kinks, work out where your pauses are, work out where there's a lull, which just happened right now. I was looking for that word. It really helps you prepare for those moments. And that's it. Those are the first 3 chapters. Like I said, I wanted to create a quick little video for this. I will be uploading this video to YouTube and then sharing it on Canvas, but I will also be sharing this content in our module for this week. So if you have any questions, feel free to send me a message through Canvas or send me an email. Highly recommend review this video, go over what I post on our module, but also please review the handbook. It is so helpful. There's a lot of tips and tricks, especially when it comes to managing speech anxiety. I know a lot of students have gone back when they're in the middle of the semester, they go back to that chapter to prepare when it's time to give a speech. Like I said, if you have any questions, go ahead and send me a message or an email. Otherwise, have a nice day.